Okay, so it looks like we're recording now. Thank you for coming and joining our lesson today. We are continuing with HSK. These are the words that are listed in HSK 1. So we go through them, we look at tones, we sometimes look at the characters, and we also try and come up with example phrases. So we can see in real life how we would use or coin the word into a sentence. Some of the words keep coming back. That's because they want us to cement the knowledge on those words. And some of the phrases keep coming back as well, so that will help us remember them. So we'll find something new on every phrase if we can, so that we just don't repeat the usual stuff. But if there's nothing new, we'll skip quickly. Today's lesson is going to be very short because we only have a few phrases that I managed to prepare. But last time, this was the last word that we looked at. We said it's television. TNC. This is a good place to start from. And we enjoyed last lesson because our students knew much of the tones. So I hope we're going to have fun as well today. So TNC was the word for television. And now moving forward from television is something that's very close to television, which is, there we go. What is this word? Or how do you read this character here? Yeah.
King.
Yes. And what does that mean, Jennifer?
Movie?
Very good. That's correct. So that's the word for movie. What is the first part of the word? The one we see here. The DN part. What does that mean? Ian?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Right. So let's go back. This is something that we looked at more sometime in the past, but we will go back and see if we can remember. All right. It's not that difficult. Let's see. We're gonna pull up Google Translate. Okay, and we're gonna type out the word in Chinese. So this the being we're after, the second one right here. So it is the meaning of okay, let's just wait for it. I think I'm running faster. Oh my network is very poor. Okay, good. Electric that. In English we will say electronic, electricity, or anything that is related to electric, or just electric, right? Very, very slow. I'm not sure why it's happening. Okay. Anyway, let's not wait for it. We get the idea from the Spanish word. So what we mean by DN, we're saying electricity or electric, okay? So we said, if you remember, coming back to what we did last time, over here, we looked at one of the words, which was DN, she, right? And we also looked at DN now. You remember it, in? You remember when you looked at DN now,
Yes.
yes. So we said it's
Then now, computer.
very good. And we said that the DN part meant electronic or electric. And then the now part, you remember what the now part meant? Can you hear me?
Head
Yeah, or brain, head or
Yeah.
brain,
or brain. Okay.
Of the brain, yes. So electric brain, that
I
one.
think.
Very good. So we're moving on with that DN. Remember, DN still stands for electric. So this time around, we are here. So we're saying electric yin, and then we want to find out what that yin stands for. And who has an idea what yin stands for? Who has an idea of what yin stands for?
Me too at first. Okay.
Sorry, I think I'm now back to 4G. So that should help us now because I was failing to get it up to 4G. So I hope we should be good now. Please allow me to share the screen again. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, please allow me to share the screen again. All right, thank you. So we were saying about DNA last time, and yin, this part here, that's a shadow, right, or a film, right? So now we add an electric at the front, so that's sorry, it keeps putting. Okay, there we go. The first one is what we're after. So we have DN, electric, and shadow, and we have a video. You see what we did there? We combined electric. I'm gonna put in front of DN because we want to get a movie. Okay, so that's the actual one. A movie or a film or a picture show, which is a moving images, right? So that's DN. That's how we're coming up with the word there. So that's a good mnemonic. So coming back to our slide, DN, movie, right? Okay, so Ian, can you please read the sentence for us?
我喜欢看电影。
Very good. Jennifer, do you want to go?
我喜欢看电影。
Very good. So what does 喜欢 mean?
Like
Yes. And
want.
and if you don't like,
不
不
喜欢
喜欢
very good. So 我喜欢看电影, what does that mean?
I like to watch movie.
Very good. All right. So you could say movie or movies, right? Because in English, they're not all, I like to watch movie or movies. I think movies would be more natural, right? So that's the word for the movie. Rocio, do you wanna do a quick translation then?
Ok. Entonces estaba repasando qué significaba la palabra dien y si nos acordamos significa electricidad o algo de eléctrico. Y repasamos como la computadora, también las películas. Sería dien yin, que significa la palabra electricidad y película o una filmación de personas en movimiento, en acción. Entonces sería película. Y también preguntó si quiere la palabra Juan y quiere decir gusta, me gusta o te gusta, nos gusta. Okay.
Good, thank you. And now let's move on to the next one. The next one is Ian.
东西
Yes. 东西. What does 东西 mean, Jennifer?
Thing.
Yes. Thing or object. So this is the word 东西. Okay. So now our sentence is, let's go in.
我在商店买了很多东西。
Very good. Nice. So what is this word here, Jennifer?
Store.
Yes. Can you read it in Chinese first and then translate later?
Oh. 商店 store.
Very good. Ian, do you want to give it a go again?
商店
Okay, very good. So we have two parts here, Shang and Dian, right? And this Dian is now a store, okay? Shang, Dian, a shop or a store. Very good. So please say it with me. Shang, Dian. Shang, Dian.
商店
Very good.
商店
Very good. Okay. And what's the word to buy, Jennifer?
买
Very good. And if it's in the past tense, Ian?
买了
Very good. And 很, what does 很 mean?
very.
Very good. So we have very many, okay? 很多. So 我在商店买了很多东西. Let's go.
我在商店买了很多东西。
Very good. Jennifer?
我在商店买了很多东西。
Let's do it again, Jennifer. Let's do it together. 我
我
在
在
商店
商店
买了
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 了
了
买了
买了
很多
很多
很
很
多
多
很多
很多
东西.
东西。
Okay, so let's start from the back. 东西
东西
很多
东西
东西.
很
多
多东
东西
西。
What does 很多东西 mean?
Very many things.
Very good. 买了很多东西.
买了很多东西。
多多
多
Yes, 买了很多东西.
买了很多东西。
Very good. Jennifer?
买了很多东西。
Very good. 在商店
在商店
Okay, what does that mean?
at store
The store.
Yes, and if I say 我在商店, what does that mean?
I at the
I
store.
Very good. So I want to ask you, 你在哪里? Say, I'm at the store. 你在哪里 Jennifer?
我在 oh sorry
我在商店。
Very good. 你在哪里 Ian?
我在商店
Very good. Nice. So 我在商店买了很多东西。Jennifer, one more time.
我在
在
商店买。哦，在
Yes.
在
Yes. We won't leave here until you get the tones right. Okay, one more time.
我在
在
在
Mhm.
在我在商店
店
买了。
店 Okay, so watch this, Jennifer. This is why we're saying 在. If you see at the top, can you see the yellow pen?
Yes, the tone.
Yes, this one here is forceful, it's falling down. 在, okay? And it's here again. If you see on 店, it's there again. There, that little thing there. 商店, you get that? 店在. So you say 我在商店. You get that?
Yes.
Okay, one more time.
我在
Forceful.
商店
Forceful. Don't be polite on that one. Forceful as you can. 在.
哦，在
Yes, that's the Chinese way. That's the correct way. Do it again.
我在商店
Yes, you're being polite again. Don't be polite on that one. One more time.
我在商店
Yes. And then slow and easy. 买了很多东西。
买了
Okay. 买了很多东西。
买了很多东西。
Very good. Okay, nice. Let's move on. You can replay afterwards, right? This one, Ian. Sorry, we didn't get a translation for that one, right? Sorry, Rashida, please.
Translate, yeah. Entonces estaba explicando otra vez que donchi, que significa un objeto, y repasó, enfatizó mucho los sonidos, el cuarto sonido de que es un sonido cortante y brusco, ¿verdad? Después también pidió que dijeran qué significa henduo y qué significa maila. Henduo, que sin muchas cosas, y naila quiere decir comprar, y dijo que shangdian quiere decir tienda. Entonces, compré mucho en la tienda, sería muchas cosas. Compré muchas cosas en la tienda. Compré en la tienda muchas cosas. Okay.
All right, good, thank you. All right, now we're here. I don't know what's happening with my internet. Can you hear me?
yes
Oh,
Yes.
nice, thank you, good. So let's move on. This one is our new word. Can you read it, Ian?
我们都来了
Okay, good. So the word is Jennifer.
都
都都 Okay, one more time. 都
都
Good. So let's read the sentence together. Ian.
我们都来了
Yes, very good. So what does that mean, Jennifer?
We all? We all coming.
Very good. Very good. So this is one way we put it up. What can it also mean? What other meaning can it have? Ian, 我们都来了.
We came.
You left out the word there. That's correct, but you left out
Oh,
the
we
word.
all came.
Yes, we all came, right? And why can it mean we all came, Jennifer? Here we have coming.
Because of the law.
Yes, because we have the completed marker there. So la can be used as a completed action marker as a past tense and can also be used for emphasis. So you see them using it, Omen Laila or Omen Chilla, even though they will still be eating, or Chula, even though it's something that will be going on, that should be used. You see love there being used. In that instance, it will be used as an emphasis. Okay, so do is also the same meaning. In this case, is being used as all. Okay, we all came, we all coming. But you also use do, you also see do being used for emphasis sake. Right? If you just say 我们都 do, then let's all read 我们都迟到了. We are all late. You see do being used for emphasis because even if you just say 我们去, it means let's go. 我们 already covers all of us. So we can say 我们都 us all. You see, there's a bit of repetition there. So in that instance, it will be used just for emphasis sake. So do, if you see it sometimes, let me give you another example. We have two people like Ian and Jennifer. We can say, and the word for two, if you remember, we have 两个, right? 两个, like this. So I can say you two, 你们两个. That's sufficient, right? 你们两个, that's you two. But I can also say 你们两个都. So the do there is for emphasis because 两个 already covers that there are two people being referred to. 两个都, now we are making that just for emphasis sake. Okay, do you have any question on this one, Jennifer? Yeah?
No, that's clear.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, nice. So, Rosie?
Entonces, en esta sección está explicando en cuanto a primero a la L y la E al final de la, y explicó que la es para dar énfasis también para el pasado de algo, como vinimos. También habló del dúo. Dúo es para muchos o todos, como por ejemplo todos nosotros, todos ellos. Y usó el ejemplo de dos personas como lianga. Se puede decir, simplemente se puede decir lianga, no es todo, pero para dar más énfasis, entonces se puede usar lianga dúo. Esto da más énfasis a lo que se está hablando. Okay.
All right, thank you. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is, there we go. Jennifer, do you want to go?
The sentence or the word?
The word first.
Do.
Okay, good. Now we have a different tone, right? So a good clue like we did last time is you put D double O. Okay, whenever you see this second tone, try and do a double O or a double whatever that comes after that one. So you want to try again? Here's your clue. want to try again?
Me,
Sorry?
Jennifer.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do.
All right, good. Ian?
读
Very good. Good. Oh, so we have Swila now. Swila, good to have you. So do, that's the part that we were at. Hope you didn't miss much, Swila, but if you did, we will still share the recording afterwards. That's good. Thank you for making time. So
Yeah, thanks.
since you are now here, we will give you something to do quickly. Can you read this one for us?
Read the sentence.
Yes.
你会这个汉字吗？
Good. So this part here represents the word that we'll be doing in that time. So this is this part. Okay. So whenever you see this part, you substitute it with the word that we'll be doing in the time. So please come again. Suela, can you please read that again?
Sorry.
Word?
你会这个汉字吗？
Did you put the do in there? Did you even say do?
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, do it again.
Yes.
你会读这个汉字吗？
Very good. Thank you. Okay. So translation. What does that mean? Who want to try?
Can you read this Chinese character?
Very good. Thank you. Okay. So why do we have the ma here? Jennifer?
Question. To make it a question.
Yes. And what kind of question is it? What kind of question is it that you have a ma at the end?
Yes or no?
Sorry?
Is it a yes or no question?
Yes, it's a yes or no question. Can you do this? Yes. Can you do this? No. Okay, so it's a ma. Okay, nice. Good. And then we have han. What does that mean? How did we come up with? Okay, so han, and you. What does Hanyu mean?
Chinese.
Chinese, very good. So if you say 你会说汉语, can you speak Chinese? So we're taking the Han from the Chinese part because the Yu is the language part. So Hanyu is the Han language. Now we're saying Han, and then we're adding Si at the end. So Si now means character. So Han Zi, it's Chinese character. Did you see that? So that's how we're coming up with the Chinese. These two words here are all in this one word, and that's Chinese character. Okay. Right? And then we have Hui. What does Hui mean?
Able to.
Very good. And this is not mentally able to, but physically able to, right? Because we have Neng and we also have Kei, but this time we're using Hui because we're saying physically, are you able to? All right. So let's read this one more time. Jennifer, the whole line.
The whole sentence.
Yes.
你会读这个汉字吗？
Correct. Very good. Ian, one more time.
你会读这个汉字吗？
Very good. Rocio?
Ok. Entonces aquí explicó que la palabra dúo significa leer y también explicó cómo viendo la palabra que se escribe H-A-N es Han y viene de la palabra chino, ¿verdad? Y como usándolo lo mismo Han, Z-Y, entonces se convierte en palabra de carácter chino. Y también explicó que Hui significa poder, pero en este caso, este poder es de poder hacer algo. Y por eso uso esta palabra, porque si es que uno conoce o sabe ese carácter. O también explicó de la palabra ma, que está al último, usándolo en forma de pregunta. Y se usa ma cuando es una pregunta de respuesta sí o no. Y en este caso, si le pregunta a uno, ¿conoces este carácter chino? Entonces la respuesta puede ser sí o no. Por eso se usa la palabra ma. Ok.
Okay, good, thank you. All right, thank you. Let's move on to the other one. Okay, so we have this one you're familiar with. Where do you normally see this structure? Ian, where do you see this normally? Yeah.
In the Bible study question A and
Yes,
question
right.
B.
Ah, nice. So you have question A, question B. So that's what we have here. We have a dialogue between two people, the first person and the second person. So what does the first person say, Swila?
Sorry. The first,
What does the first person say?
you mean Dui Bu Chi?
Yes. And what as the second person say, Jennifer?
Not sure.
Okay. Ian, do you want to help?
没关系.
Very good.
Mm.
So let's do the conversation together. 对不起，
对不起，
没关系，
你不吃？Sorry.
对不起，
没关系。
yeah. Okay, yeah is A. Okay. E is B. All right. So A says 对不起 B says 没关系 Okay.
没关系。
Squilla, do you want to go?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Which one? Which one? The 没关系，没关系。
Okay. You saying I'm sorry?
Which one did you want? Sorry. Which one did you want?
You're saying I am sorry.
对不起，对不起。
Okay, you're a little faint. We can't really hear what you're saying, but I hope you said
Oh.
good. Okay. I hope she said 对不起, right? Did she say 对不起? Jennifer, do you want to go? It's okay.
对不起
Okay, what does 对不起 mean?
I'm sorry. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Yes, but we want you to say it's okay.
没关系
Very good. Very good. Okay, nice. So, 对不起没关系, right? Guanxi. What does Guanxi mean? Yeah. What do we mean when you say Guanxi?
Mm, like connection or relation.
Ah, perfect. Good. So when we say 没关系, what are we saying?
It's all right. It's okay.
Yes. And what does 没 mean, Jennifer?
No,
Yes.
I think.
Yes. 没 will mean no or it's a negation, like nothing. Not, have not. Okay. It's a short form of 没有, if you remember. So 没有, it's the same as not have. So 没关系, 没有关系, that means it's okay. It's not a matter. It's not big, no big deal. Okay, nicely done. Rocío.
Ok, entonces explicó que si pueden ver la primera ya en amarillo, esos dos los vemos ya y en una pregunta. Cuando estamos leyendo, cuando hacen las preguntas en la revista o en el libro, pregunta A y pregunta B. Entonces la pregunta A, ya, duibuchi, disculpe. Y luego la segunda o la pregunta B, perdón, que sería meiguanchi, que significa está bien. Y explicó que guanxi es como como una relación, conexión, y mei significa no. Entonces, meiguanchi, que está bien, que todo está bien. Ok.
Thank you. Good. Okay. Ian, can we read this one first?
多
Very good. Jennifer, can you read this part first? This part only? Okay, Jennifer, are you there? Okay, you are on mute.
Sorry. 这里
Yes. Swila,
The whole thing?
can you complete this part here?
学历的人和
Yes. And the last word?
和学历的人和 and
Remember, we're inserting this word here. Every time we see this squiggly marker, we're inserting the word at the top.
all right. Sorry. 学历的人和我
Yes, very
工
good.
作，
So what does that mean?
The people here are very many.
Yes. So
very
Jolly,
many people.
Jolly, that's here, all right? Here. Jolly. That's a possessive right there. So we're saying the people in this place, Jolly. Ren, we know that. Ren tuo. So Ren, we remember it's very so many, all right? So we're saying we're taking the part many, even though tuo can also mean a lot of, right? So we say there are a lot of people here, or the people here are very many. Okay, so this is more direct, a literal translation, but you probably go with a lot of people here, right? Good. They just came from Google Translate. Okay, but that's pretty much all there is to this sentence. Duo, and duo, many. Okay, Rosie?
Aquí está explicando que conectado en dúo es mucho. Y luego la palabra da es la ayuda del posesivo. No, perdón, un momentito. What was da again? How did you explain?
Yeah, that was the possessive marker. So like.
Oh, possessive. Okay.
Mhm.
Ok, thank you. Sí, entonces da es el posesivo. Posesivo de gente o de algo, o como ayudante, para decir las personas, Julie, las personas, o de las personas aquí hay mucho, se puede decir aquí. La gente aquí es mucha gente. Ok,
Okay, thank you. Now we're combining the two words, duo, sao. Okay, what does duo mean, Jennifer?
Many.
Thank you. What does sao mean, Swila?
How much? How
Uh,
much?
I'm just on sao at the moment. Sao, just this
Did you
part
hear
here.
me?
Sorry.
How much?
Okay, how much is duo sao? But at the moment we're saying duo. What does duo mean? And Jennifer said many. And now we are saying sao, just sao on its own. What does that sao mean?
How? Oh,
So we're breaking it up, we're breaking it apart, we're splitting it in half. We're saying the left part means many. What does the right part mean? Ian, do you want to try?
A few or less.
Very good. So we have many on the right side, and we have few, sorry, we have few on the right side and many on the left side. So many, few. It's more like you're asking somebody, is it many or is it few? Duo or sao? Okay. And then that's when we get to the translation, which Suela was giving us, which is how much or how many, right? So we combining two words, many and few, we come up with where are we? Are we on the left side or on the more side? So how many? That's the translation name. And now onto our sentence. Ian,
你们学校有多少学生？
very good. Nicely done. Okay. Jennifer, your turn. Read that one.
你们
The first one was
Share.
correct.
or just sorry, which part?
You adjusted your Numen. Your first Numen was correct, actually. Stay on that one.
I'll read the whole sentence.
Yes, sure.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
let's go.
你们 okay, this is it. 学校
Mm-hmm.
有
Mm-hmm. Go.
多少学生？
Yes, very good. Okay. Swila, your turn.
你们学校有多少学生？
Okay, nicely done. Okay, great. Let's come on these two words. 学校. 学生. 学校, what does that mean?
Student.
学校, what does that mean? This part here. 学校, what does that mean?
is learn.
学校, that's school, right?
School.
good. And now 学生
Student.
very good. So that's student. What does 学 mean?
Learn.
Yes. So 学校 is a place where you learn. 学生 is the person that goes to learn. So 你们学校 what does that mean? 你们学校
Your school.
Your school.
Your school, yes. What is the other way to
No,
see
your
that? Your school.
你的学校.
Yes, you could put a possessive marker right in the middle, right? You could put it da. in the
你
middle.
们的.
Yes.
Mm.
But in colloquial Chinese, you can see them skipping the possessive marker. 你们学校有多少学生? We skip the da, but you could also use da like Ian just did. 你们的学校有多少学生? So what's the translation there? What does that mean translation wise?
Your.
Okay, we want to translate the whole sentence for us. Okay, I'm gonna pick. Spina, do you want to translate that for us?
Which one?
你们学校有多少学生? What does that mean?
Student school.
Sorry?
School student.
Okay, we want to start from the first, from here to here, the whole sentence. What does it mean in English? Okay, let's break it
Your
down.
school.
If it's difficult, 你们, what does the man mean?
You.
Yes, 学校.
You. You.
School.
School, good. 有.
Have.
Yes. So you see, have is right here at the end. 学校, 你们学校, this part here, your school, have. And then the part on the last part, this is the part we put in at the front. Right here. Okay. How
How
many?
many?
Okay.
Mm. Mhm.
Students. Yes. Your school have.
Your
你们的. 你们学校有多少学生? Okay. So can you come again now, speed up with the clues that we gave you? 你们的学校有多少学生? What do we say? What are we trying to ask?
How many students does your school have?
Very good.
Mm.
Okay. Do you have any questions on this one, Jennifer Spiller?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. Rocio?
Entonces, aquí explicó que Shui Xiao quiere decir, perdón, escuela. Y Shui Sheng quiere decir estudiante. Nimen quiere decir usted o tú. Y la nueva palabra que está arriba, duo Xiao, que quiere decir, sí, hizo la separación de duo con el primer carácter en blanco y Xiao, hablando de arriba. Entonces, quiere decir muchos y Xiao quiere decir pocos. Entonces, está diciendo, hay muchos, hay pocos, ¿cuántos hay? Y eso significa duo Xiao, ¿cuántos? Entonces, la traducción de la oración sería Nimen Shui Xiao, yo, duo Xiao Shui Shen, sería, en español sería Tu escuela tiene cuántos estudiantes, o en español me parece que lo tradujo, sería entonces, ¿cuántos estudiantes tiene tu escuela? Ok,
Good, thank you. Okay. Jennifer, can you read this for us, the word?
Sorry. Hertz.
Yes. Okay, good. So, and what does arts mean?
Sun.
Sun.
Very good. So, what about sentence here? Swila, do you want to read?
我耳朵上垂了，
Yes, very good. Ian, do you want to go?
我儿子上学了。
Yes. So, what does that mean?
Come again?
What does that sentence mean?
Oh, my son is 3 years old.
Yes. So, son is the number, right? We remember son. What does this part mean?
Years old.
Yes. So, sway is years, right? And then we put the la at the end, which means these years have passed. Okay. What is the other way of writing this sentence?
哦，
我的
Yes, that's good. So what? How will that sound?
我的儿子3岁。
Very good. We haven't put what other word can we also put?
是
Yes. Where will we put she?
也是 oh no
Where will we place the she?
oh sun after sun
Okay. It will be
Hertz after
yes. What are words is she? Okay. Son swim. Right. So my
Okay.
son is. All right. The is part right there before the 3. So we put she. Son swim. Okay. Nicely done. So you guys are knowing your Chinese. That's very impressive. Rosia?
can you explain again, do we use the, what the, ours, or no, we don't use the?
We can because it's a possessive marker. So you could say what the earth, which is my son.
Or we can also choose not to?
Yes, we can choose not to. Or earth.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify, to explain it.
Okay.
Entonces, en aquí explicó, ours significa hijo, y le pregunté para clarificar y para entenderle bien, que puede usar la palabra the, what, en posesivo, como mi hijo, o también no lo pueden usar, no sé, no es necesario que lo use. Y la palabra san, que quiere decir 3, sway, que quiere decir años, la, el ayudante, entonces está diciendo yo, yo hijo tiene 3 años, o mi hijo tiene 3 años, perdón, esa sería la traducción. Mi hijo tiene 3 años.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. Thank you. I hope I had that because I was looking at 3 años so that I could tell the 3 years now.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, good. This one is an easier one. How do you read this one? Squilla, the word. Okay, I'm not sure whether Squilla can hear us or not. Jennifer, do you want to try?
R.
Yes,
ER.
yes. So we're saying, Ian, please read first.
现在是2点了。
Yes, very good. And again, you see the law at the part there, at the end. So usually we would just say 现在是12点, but 12点了. That means it's already. It's already, right? We could put that part here. Already. 12 o'clock now. Okay. It's already 12 o'clock now. 现在, we know it's now. 是 is, so coming at it's 12点, that's 12 o'clock. La, so already 12 o'clock. Okay, I don't think there's much to explain here. This was pretty straightforward. Rocio?
En aquí explicó que otra vez se usa el ayudante la para tienla y dijo que ya se usa la porque ya es en punto, la hora en punto, o en este caso las 2 en punto. Es por eso que se usa la, porque dice que también se puede decir nomás 12点, pero para decir que ya son en punto, entonces se agrega la. Y 现在 quiere decir ahora. Ahora es las 12 en punto. Okay.
Very good, thank you. Okay, so I think we're almost there. We will do just 3 more words. Okay, let's just do three more words. And then we conclude for the day. Ian, can you come on this one?
饭店
Yes. What does 饭店 mean?
restaurant.
Good. So what did we say 店 means last time? This 店, not the other one. This 店. What does this one mean? Suila, do you want to try?
饭店
Yes, what does the 店 at the end mean? You want to try?
Electric. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Let's do it this way. The one for electricity is this one, the first one, right? But this one that we are after this time, okay, let's put them all together. We'll just go through one after the other, and then it will make sense to us. Okay, so this is the last one is the one we
Store.
want, okay? This one here, which means a shop, okay? This one is the one we use for o'clock, which is a point.
Yes.
And then this one is one we are familiar with for electricity. So this time around, we have this one, which is a shop. And last time we said Shang Dian, if you remember, we had Shang Dian. The Shang we had is this one. Okay, so you see this the meaning is still the same, shop, even though we added Shang. And now this time around, we are adding the part where we say food. Who remembers the word for food? Yes, it is fun. Now we're saying fun, and then we're adding a shop at the front there. So we're saying fun, DM. Okay. Oh, that'll come up as rice shop, but if we combine them together, we'll not get all one. Restaurant, right? Okay, fine. So this is the word that we have here, a restaurant, a food shop, if you want, a restaurant. So let's read the sentence together. Jennifer, do you want to go?
中午我们吃饭店吃吧。
Very good, nice. Suila, your turn.
中午我们去饭店吃吧。
Very good. Ian, your turn.
中午我们去饭店吃吧。
Good. Nice done. Okay, so let's do it together. 中午。
中
中
午
午
Yes, what does that mean?
noon at noon.
Yes, that's correct. 我们去
我们去
饭店去饭店
饭
去
店
饭店吃
吧。
吧。
Yes. 中午我们去饭店吃吧。
中午我们去饭店吃吧。
Jennifer?
中午我们去饭店吃吧。
Yes. 饭店吃饭店吃。Jennifer? 饭店吃吧。
饭店吃吧。
Good. Suela?
饭店吃吧。
Good. So let's go at the restaurant and eat in the afternoon. Okay, well, in the afternoon, I think we'll start with in the afternoon. Let's go eat at the restaurant. Yeah, not a big job by Google Translate on this one, but I think we get the idea. Recién.
Entonces aquí está explicó de Dien otra vez que es un diferente carácter con la misma pronunciación y fonéticamente escrito, pero es diferente del otro Dien que significa electricidad. Este Dien significa un shop o una tienda. En este caso, fan, que es comida, entonces se está diciendo como una tienda de comida o restaurante. Y también explicó que significa el mediodía. Entonces, al mediodía vamos a comer a un restaurante.
Okay, thank you. So here's another one. Second from last. Ian, do you want to go?
飞机
Yes, 飞机. Jennifer, Spiller?
飞机
机. Okay, we can't hear them, but anyway, I hope they're following through. 我坐飞机出北京。
我坐飞机去北京。
Very good. What does that mean, Jennifer?
I boarded a plane to go to Beijing.
Very good. What can it also mean, Spiller? 我坐飞机出北京. What can it also mean?
I to plane go Beijing.
We mean like another translation, like that same way, that same sentence can also be, in this case, we're saying I boarded, right? This is where we are. This is where we're saying 我坐飞机出北京 can also mean something that's related to this sentence, but probably not on this tense. Okay, let's put it this way. Suppose somebody asks you, Ian, how do you go to Beijing? How would you answer that if you go by plane? How do you say I go by plane?
我坐了飞机。
Okay, you changed it. It's the same sentence actually.
我坐飞机去北京。
Good. So, 坐飞机去, that's the part we're saying I go by 飞机, a plane, right? So you could say I boarded because you're saying, okay, I'm now reporting to you guys. Hey, I'm now in Beijing. How did you get there? Well, I boarded a plane to Beijing. 我坐飞机去北京. But you could also say, okay, we know you go to Beijing all the time. How do you go there? By bus, by train, by plane. And then you say, 我坐飞机去北京. So in that case, we're still using the same line of thought, but because of the context, we can tell, oh, he goes by plane. He went by plane in this instance. So that could also change, even though we're not using la, but we can tell, we can make it in the past tense, we can use it as an ordinary sentence. Any questions on that one? Okay, I hope the silence means there's no question, Rosie.
Entonces aquí explicó que okay, so sorry, I have a question. So 坐 means to board?
Yes.
Okay.
Or
So
sit.
I'm sorry?
Or to sit.
Entonces explicó que tuo significa abordar o ir. Esa traducción que está ahí no está correcta. Entonces yo yo abordé el avión que va a Beijing. Entonces, Feiji es avión y Shu es, what does Shu stand for?
To go.
Go, okay, go, para ir a Beijing. Entonces, explicó más que todo el pasado de abordar, porque si yo abordo, yo abordé. Yo abordé el avión para ir a Beijing. Oh, quiere decir también sentarse. Sentarse en el avión se sienta. So somebody sits. So that's like a transportation when you sit in a transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Pero we could also use.
So if you were saying I boarded a train, you could say, well, so train, which means I sit train, which means I went by train.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Entonces, tú también me está explicando que quiere decir sentarse. Entonces, como el verbo de sentarse, se puede usar para cualquier transporte, como me siento, cuando uno se siente en el taxi, en el bote, en el avión, en un tren. Entonces, se usaría esa palabra "zuo" para abordar. Okay, thank you.
Thank you too. Okay, nice. Our last one. Fenzhong. Okay, so coming up. Fenzhong. Fenzhong. Fenzhong.
Fenzhong.
Yes, that's the word for minutes, right? We're all familiar with that one. The sentence. Swila, do you want to read the sentence for us?
我想休息几时分钟
Okay, thank you very much. So what does that mean, Jennifer?
I want to rest a minute.
Yes. Ian, what do you think this can also mean?
Sorry, which one?
This sentence, 我想休息10分钟. I want to
I
rest.
want to. Yes, I want to rest.
Yes.
A few minutes.
Very good. Right. So the G part will stand for a few or some. All right. A few or some. So 分钟 is minutes. 几分钟 a few or some minutes. Okay. So let's get that. 几分钟 a few or some minutes. Which part is want? Jennifer?
想
Very good. Which part is
想
rest?
嗯
Which part is rest?
休息
Sorry?
Rest. Did you ask rest?
Yes.
休息
Yes, very good. 休息, that's the rest part. 想休息, I want to rest. So we can replace this with everything that we want to do. 我想去, I want to go. 我想吃, I want to eat. 我想休息, I want to rest. Okay, any questions on this one?
I have a question.
Mhm.
The G you said stands for few or some. Is that the same as shall?
Okay, so G, if you remember, there's a difference between G and we use this one more like duo. If you remember, let's pull it up here. We said duo shall, right? Sorry, my other S doesn't work, so I use it wrong. Okay, on this one here, we're saying how many or how much, but this is for numbers that are bigger numbers, okay? Numbers that we can't count. But when we're talking about small numbers, like how many people are in your family, how many days are they in the week, how many, those little numbers, we then go with G, okay? This is where we're saying it's a few. It's also, I want you to watch this translation here. And here. It's also how many, right? But it's not as big as dorsal. You are simply working with a few numbers. How many days in the week? How many hours in a day? You can say 24, 7 people in the family, 7 days in the 12 months in the, just a few. So I want to rest for a few minutes, then we can go with fen because it's a few. It has that meaning. Okay, but it's different now from it's also different from shall because shall is a few, but the usage is different. Shall, sorry, not that character. Let me try it again. Shall can be used for not just things that are that we can count. We can use shall for things that we can't count, like for example, a little sugar, right? A little boy. Okay, you can't use G for that because you can't really measure that. You get the point. Okay, are you following on that one? Okay, good. So I hope, does that answer your question, Ian? Sorry about that. Someone was trying to call me, but I need to end that call because it was disabling the connection that we're using. So I don't know if that answered your question, Ian.
Yes, I can see where we use shall and where we use G.
Nice, lovely. Anyone else with a question?
no
Okay, good. So Rosia, want to translate?
Yes. Entonces, aquí vemos que Fenjong quiere decir en un minuto o en un minuto, pero explicó que la palabra, la G y la I, G quiere decir en unos minutos, en español sería en algunos minutos o en unos minutos. Y luego el hermano Ian preguntó si es que es el mismo que shall, que quiere decir poquito, pero no, son dos diferentes. Shall es se usa más como para algo chiquito, pequeño, poquito. Y G es más para unos. Como se traduce aquí, quiero descansar unos minutos o algunos minutos. Esa sería la traducción. Y después dijo que xiang quiere decir quiero. Quiero, y luego shi quiere decir descansar. Quiero descansar unos minutos. Ok.
Good, thank you so much. Okay, so thank you guys for joining our lesson today. It was fun having you around. Jennifer, Ian, Swither, Sue, thank you so much for the translation and participation. So we concluded today. We'll share it with other friends who didn't manage to come since we were recording. Thank you so much.